Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome to my YouTube channel. I know that I haven't seen you in a little while, but life has been quite a bit busy. I have been doing all of my gardening stuff and mowing lawns, and yeah, the landscaping business is getting a little bit over the top. Between that and fishing, I've been super duper busy, and I've started up a couple of other projects that I've been working on as well, so that's pretty cool. But I also wanted to say that I have been trying to get in contact with a bunch of different people to see if we can try to do some collaborations with some people in the future so that you guys can be more entertained and it's not just me sitting here yapping at a camera, aggravating you. But I messaged about 20 odd people, and about 15 of 20 I messaged about a collaboration specifically. The rest of them I just willing to go check out some of the stuff that I've been checking out if they wanted to, because I still have permission to go into a couple of different places, but they have not gotten back to me. So out of all of those people, only one singular person has actually gotten back to me and answered me and been in contact with me about the collaboration, and I am very excited about this because he's somebody who my boyfriend had actually introduced me to, and I've become a bit of a fan, and I think that they're really funny and they seem like a very extremely kind person. So I'm very excited for this, but I want you guys to guess who it is. Just take some wild guesses down in the comments. Tell me if you could figure out who I have been in actual contact with to see if we can do a collaboration, because I'm really excited about that. So just take some guesses down in the comments and I will let you guys know if you are correct in the next video. Anyways, let's get into it, because I have compiled a bunch of lovely Reddit stories from r-am I the devil for you guys. So we will go and check those out and read those and see how all of that good jazz is gonna work out. And yeah, let's have some fun and throw our opinions out. So, our first story is, am I the a-hole for having an allergic reaction at a dinner party? Oh my. Well, let's find out, my dear, if you are the a-hole. Anyways, I like to make judgments after I finish reading all of the stories. Sometimes I like to judge based on the titles, but most of the time I prefer to give them the benefit of the doubt. My friend from work, we'll call her Amy, invited my husband and I, as well as a few of her neighbors, over to her house for a potluck last night. It wasn't supposed to be anything big, just a nice get-together, but Amy insisted on making dessert. She's an accomplished baker and has even been to pastry school, so none of us were complaining. We got through the evening just fine, and I would actually say that I made a few friends, but by the time that dinner rolled around, I knew that there would be a problem. Amy had baked a wonderful cherry pie, but I've never tolerated cherries well. I assume it's an allergy, but I've never been formally tested, so I don't know. I really like the taste of cherries, though, and I needed something sweet after the meal, so I helped myself to a big slice. At the time, I thought that it would look a bit weird of me to turn it down, especially since I've raved about Amy's desserts before. No, it's Amy. A-M-I-E. Yeah. Especially since I've raved about Amy's desserts before, but now I'm wondering if this was the right move. For the first few minutes after eating, everything was fine, but soon I felt quite warm in the face, and when I went to the bathroom and saw myself in the mirror, there was some slight swelling around my eyes. Oh, babes, that's not good. You really should not be eating things that you're allergic to in general. I am not the person to say this to anybody, because I have a minor anaphylactic allergy to cow's milk and cow's milk products. I can take excuse me, I can take allergy pills and stave off any kind of reaction, but I'm not supposed to do that, and neither should anybody else who has any kind of food allergies. Just to be safe, it's best to try to avoid anything that has any kind of substance or food or anything that you know is going to cause you to have any kind of reaction. It's just simple humaning. But anyways, ugh. But I didn't think so much of it. After all, my previous bad experience with cherries involved gastrointestinal symptoms. So the puffiness was new, and when I returned to the table, though several of the guests began staring at me. They asked if I was okay, and I assured them that I was. Soon things got worse though, and even my tongue started to swell. Well, yes, because as you okay, especially with any kind of allergy that you have developed over time, if you continue eating things that you are allergic to, it can actually make your allergies progressively worse. So, it just seems to me that your last time eating cherries was just the first time, was just the last time before you started having, like, actual anaphylaxis from eating cherries. But there are people who are allergic to any kind of fruit that has a core or pit, and cherries are apparently one of those things that will, like, give them a really bad reaction. So you might want to stay away from, like, any kind of that, like, stone fruit or any kind of cored fruit, like apples. Bro can't have apples. Because the enzymes make, like, the throat and ears and stuff tingle. And after a while, that tingling sensation can turn into a very serious actual anaphylactic shock situation that is not going to be fairly comfortable for you or anyone else around you. Just saying. Love you, babes. But you shouldn't do that. Sorry, bestie. Yeah. Ugh. I can't believe that. At this point, I took some Benadryl out of my purse and swallowed it to prevent the reaction from getting worse. So you know that you have to take Benadryl. Honey, if you really didn't want to have a reaction from that, and you know that you have to take Benadryl in order to not have a reaction from something that contains cherries, the same way that I have to take Benadryl in order to have anything that contains milk, you should take your Benadryl at least 20 minutes before eating that. At least, if you want to try to run with it fast and loose, and you want to do that in a safe way, then you gotta take the steps beforehand, not wait until after it's already started, because that's just dangerous. You might need to go to the hospital someday because you're playing fast and loose with your allergies. Like, that's scary. Jesus Christ, now I know how my boyfriend feels. I didn't want to be any more of a distraction than I already was, but unfortunately I couldn't participate in the conversation anymore because my big tongue didn't allow me to speak properly. Oh my god, Jesus. The Benadryl eventually did its job, but it made me really tired. I excused myself to the living room where I fell asleep on the couch. My husband woke me up when it was time to go, and he seemed pretty embarrassed. In fact, he would barely speak to me on the way home. When we got home, he finally broke his silence and said that I made a fool of us. He continued that if I knew I had a cherry allergy, I should have simply refused the dessert. I couldn't believe his attitude. Amy practically forced the pie on us, and she didn't list the ingredients beforehand. In fact, she never asked about food allergies before hosting this party. My husband said that she would have understood if I said no and that I looked like a swollen mess at the table. Well, things have been really tense between us all day, and I feel like he's not listening to me at all. I did what I thought was right, and it simply didn't work out. That happens to all of us, yet he seems to want an apology for a simple miscalculation. I need to know your opinions. Am I the a-hole? My personal opinion is everybody in this situation is kind of an a-hole. That's just my personal opinion. Yes, my dear, you specifically are absolutely the devil. But everyone here is the a-hole. And that is my decision because, for one, the lady who was hosting the party should have most definitely asked if anybody who she invited had any kind of food allergies before beginning the food preparations and such for the party. But you know for a fact that you are allergic to cherries. You purposely not only ate the cherry pie, but you did not take any kind of precautions to make sure that you weren't going to have that type of a reaction. You didn't, like, pre-take your Benadryl, which is what any normal person would do. There are so many things here. One, you ate something that you fully knew that you were, like, actually allergic to in the middle of a party. No, like, do you know how bad your host probably feels about the fact that she unknowingly, accidentally caused you a crazy allergic reaction? Like, you could have, oh my lord, all honesty, I don't think that I would invite you to an outing. I don't think I would, because most people who have, like, severe, like, actual allergies like that are very upfront about it. And personally, like, me with milk, I am not going to eat, like, ingest anything that I know for a fact has milk in it, because it's cherry pie. It's obvious that there's cherries in cherry pie. Like, that is the stupidest excuse that I've ever heard. It is obvious that there is cherries in cherry pie. So you knowingly eating something that you're allergic to, endangering yourself, not taking any kind of precautions, you are an asshole to every single person who was in that room. Simply because everybody there was most likely worried about you. Your husband is the asshole because of his crazy, insane reaction to you having an allergic reaction. Like, the way that he acted towards you having your allergies act up is insane. Nobody should get mad at you about that. Nobody should be angry at you because you had an allergic reaction, especially if you didn't know that it was going to be that bad. But you also should not have eaten that pie. Just saying. This is mostly on you. You full well knew. And I mean, any reasonable person would absolutely understand if you said, oh no, I'm so sorry, I'm allergic to cherries, I'm allergic to milk, I'm allergic to strawberries, and they would say, okay, well that's fine, we can either they would say, okay, that's fine, well we can figure something else out for you, or they would just, like, there's always something that you can do. Like, you can go pick something up from a store. If you really wanted something sweet that badly, and you know for a fact that you're allergic to cherries, I can't even keep reading on this one. Let's go to the comments, because holy hobgoblins. Oh, is this an... Yeah. So, let me get this straight. OP knows the pie is a cherry pie, a fruit that she is allergic to, and decides to take a big slice because she likes cherries. And then instead of admitting that what she did was wrong and blamed her friend for making the cherry pie. Oh my god. Obviously, yeah, you can obviously tell that a cherry pie is a cherry pie. I love this comment. And then she gets mad at her husband because of her husband getting upset that she willingly ate something that she can't. Yeah, she is that stupid by the looks of it. I'm hoping, if this is real, then I'm losing my faith in humanity. I'm sorry, guys. I can't. Your friendly neighborhood goth girl might not be so friendly with certain people after this one. Oh my god. The number of things that could have gone wrong. Like, seriously, this woman. Gosh darn. Just wow. Oh, the next one. Am I the a-hole for telling my 12-year-old niece that the looking for a man in fiance song is totally inappropriate for she and her friends, and I don't want to hear it in my presence? What? Obviously, by now, everyone has heard the I'm Looking for a Man in Fiancé Trust Fund song. I've not heard it. I have not. But anyway, and it's million remixes. I'm not a stick in the mud. I know that it's supposed to be fun and not to be taken seriously, but it bothers me for the exact reasons that I'm about to type out. Okay, girl, go off. I wanna see you go off. I wanna read this. Let's go. And no, your 12-year-old should never be singing about wanting to find what is basically a sugar daddy. No, that is not appropriate for a 12-year-old. That's just like my 9-year-old, like when, yeah, I was about 13, 14, 15, 16. Can't remember exactly how old, but I remember my 9-year-old niece running, like dancing into the barn, singing Blurred Lines, and I'm sitting there like, you're 9. This is not appropriate. So yeah, I kind of get it, but let's read and find out. I'm watching my niece while her parents are away for the holiday weekend. Today, she asked if she could have 2 friends over to hang out. Of course, I said yes. In the living room, they were singing and dancing and just being silly kids. Then they started playing the song in question. They got really into it, and then they played it on repeat over and over again. I could not take it anymore, so I asked them to stop and questioned on if they understood the meaning of the song. One of the friends said that it was just fun, but my niece said it's about getting a hot guy to pay my bills so I can be hot and shop all the time. Ew. That's a disgusting way to view anything. I asked her if her mom, my sister, a MBA HR national manager overseeing 15,000 people, would approve. She said her mom wasn't here, so I should relax. Excuse me? Little girl. No. I said that was her attitude. If that was her attitude, her friends can go home and she can go to her room. She got all huffy with me and said that I was being stupid. I said being stupid is thinking a man should take care of her, and that song is inappropriate and forbidden while in the house. Yes, go off, auntie. I love it. Apparently, she texted my sister and who called me and said that I needed to relax and that her 12-year-old daughter is dancing and having fun. And if there was real concern about her being a trad wife, she wouldn't have find out of town. I told her that 18 is coming, and if she keeps being influenced by this trash, there might be a real problem. Yeah. She said that I was being an asshole and judging a 12-year-old girl who doesn't even know what a man and fiance is. Relax. By the way that she's talking about it, she's like trying to figure it out, obviously, so yeah. I said maybe I shouldn't be the one watching her, and the side that was fine, our mom could come over. So she is. Okay. OP has offered the following explanation for why they might think that they would be the asshole. I asked my niece to stop playing a song I found incredibly offensive and lame. I might be the asshole because I ruined a 12-year-old girl's fun. Personally, no, you are not the asshole. But, jeez. I don't know. I don't really want to hear that song. I don't understand how you think that everybody's heard it by now, because I haven't, and I don't think that I want to, but... Ew. Anyways. So... I don't really know what to think about this, except for there are a lot of different, like, music there's a lot of different songs and television shows and such that are very, very inappropriate for kids, especially of the age of 12, 13, whatever, because they are still learning about life, and it can indoctrinate them into thinking certain things, which is not okay. So I do see where Auntie's coming from. She's just being a worried aunt. She's caring about her niece and wanting to instill good values, which is not a bad thing ever at all. But at the same time, she should not be the one who is trying to instill these values. Her mother should be the one who is trying to actually spend time with her daughter and instill good values and try to teach her that certain things are okay for her to listen to, and teach her about what she's listening to in these songs, and trying to figure out whether or not certain things are appropriate for her own kid to, like, listen to, watch, whatever. But obviously, by the sounds of it, this kid's mother is not in any way actually involved in her upbringing or trying to figure out whether or not she's actually having, like, appropriate content consumption. So, I don't know. All I can say is yuck. Just yuck. Yucky mom. Like, I'm sorry, but it is okay to ruin a 12-year-old's fun sometimes when they're, like, acting completely inappropriately. And this is probably a bad way to think about things, but especially with, like, 12-year-old girls, they can get indoctrinated into thinking certain things about the way that life is supposed to be very quickly and very easily. Young girls are very impressionable. That's extremely impressionable, and things sink in a lot faster, a lot younger, which is a part of the reason that I'm assuming part of the reason that we tend to mature a lot faster than young lads, and that's, I'm assuming, a part of the reason. But like I say, there's I don't like it. I don't like it when parents are, like, letting their kids listen to, like, gross gangster rap. Like, I'm sorry. If I didn't like my nieces listening to Nicki Minaj and stuff when they were younger. If I ever have children of my own, if I hear any of them, like, if I hear any of their music and it's, like, Cardi B or any of that crap where it's, like, nothing but swearing lyrics, sorry, not sorry, I'm gonna ruin that fun. It's not appropriate. I will definitely be one of those parents that actually keeps an eye on my children, unlike the mother in this story. Yeah, there's no. So no, OP, you are actually not the asshole or the devil for ruining this young lady's fun. As a matter of fact, her mother is the devil for allowing her to listen to that trash. Sorry, not sorry. And this might be an unpopular opinion because, yeah, you are supposed to let kids have fun and do their thing, but not when it's, like, stuff that can actually harm their mental health. Anyways, yeah. Ooh. Okay, let's check this one out. Am I the a-hole for refusing to pay rent to my rich brother who doesn't need money? I don't know, let's find out. What's the context here? 20 male. My older brother, Theo, is 36 and has his own law firm. He literally makes $3 million a year. Oh my heaven! His wife is a surgeon and makes a lot too. They live in a 5-bedroom house that is worth millions, and my nephews all go to private schools. I got into a fight with my dad, and my brother said that I could live with him. I've been here for about 4 months. My brother gives me money to run errands, and it's only like $300 a week. Today, he told me that I need to pay $300 a month in rent. I said, why should I pay you rent when you are rich and don't need money. That's a move. That's a D move. You're greedy. He said that I have a big room and a private bathroom and a balcony. So what? You gave me that room and now you are trying to make me pay for it. I told him that I am not paying him money, that I am not paying money to him because he's rich and he gave me the room. I told him he's just like our... Okay, so literally, from what I'm getting here, you got into a fight with your dad because you didn't want to pay rent. Now you're fighting with your brother because he gave you a place to stay, and once again, you don't want to pay rent. And $300 for, like, your own room with a bathroom and a balcony, like, you could literally put in a little butane stove. You wouldn't even have to leave your room for anything other than work. Like, honestly, no. Yes, sir, you are the asshole. You, sir, are the biggest, most gaping, inflamed asshole ever to have walked the earth. And there is a reason for this. Somebody who you claim to care about is doing whatever they can to help you. And you don't think, and you think that just because they already have money, that you have absolutely no obligation to help them out and give back to them at all. But at the end of the day, you're basically, question, are you buying your own food? Are you paying for absolutely anything else for yourself? Like, seriously? So, let's see here. In case this story gets deleted, removed. Okay. So, first comment. Fudge it. I'll trade places with him. $300 for a nice place like that? Insane. Exactly. Like, most crappy apartments, like, that are falling apart, most of the time, are like $600 to $900 to $1,000 a month. And, yeah. Anyways, they're going to have to evict this jackwad or change the locks when he's out. OP is about to lose the sweet place and the errand money. Hope OP likes spending 3+ times as much on rent in some place levels below the brother's place. Exactly! $300 is not that expensive for rent. And honestly, if I'm not incorrect, he hasn't said anything about any other bills that he has to pay personally, so I'm assuming that is literally just like his phone, and he's probably not even paying for food. So, yeah, buddy, you're the asshole. You can give your brother $300 a month for rent when he's literally giving you $300 a week to go run errands. You're a jack-off. You're a wanker. You're the world's biggest wanker, and there's no exception about it. You are the world's largest wanker. There's no. You are a blackhead-covered wanker. That is what you are. Do we have time for another one? Just a little one. Teeny tiny one. A cute little lovey one. Wonderful one. Let's see here. Am I the butthole for dating my sister's ex? Quite possibly. Let's find out. So, I, 24 female, have an older sister, Claire, 26 female, and we were very close when we were young. She was dating this guy, James, 28 male, for about 2 years before they broke up because he cheated on her. Recently, I reconnected with James on social media, and we started talking and really hit it off. We went on a few dates, and I didn't tell my sister because I didn't want to upset her unnecessarily if things didn't work out. But things have been going pretty well, and I thought that it was time to introduce James to my family. Well, I mean, he already knows your family. All he's really got to do is just give him a phone call and be like, hey, I'm coming over, guys. Dating your other daughter. You nasty. Sorry. I'm getting judgy. I shouldn't get judgy. When I did, Claire did not take it well. She made a scene accusing me of always taking what's supposed to be hers and never caring about her feelings. I completely disagree with her because they broke up months ago. Wait, months? Oh no. Wait, so, honey, your sister thinks that he cheated on her with you. Obviously. Oh my gosh. Now, Claire is telling James and the family that I'm a horrible person who sleeps around and dumps guys and that I'll use him the same way. And she's been bringing up my past, that I used to be passed around by my group of friends, this was a long time ago, and I've moved past that stage in my life. She even said this in front of the whole family, which was utterly humiliating, and now most of them think that it's my fault. James didn't know about my past, and now he's starting to doubt whether our relationship. Now, James didn't know about my past, and now he's starting to doubt our relationship because of what Claire has told him. He thinks that I'm still involved with my friends in the same way because I still hang out and because we all still hang out and chill together. My family is divided, and some support me and some believe Claire. So, what should I do? Am I the a-hole? Edit, they broke up in December, and it is currently when? That's only 5 months ago! They were together for how long? 2 years. 2 years isn't really that long, but it's still a long time to be dating somebody, and you literally just like waited 5 months and just started. Oh, honey, you are the devil. You are the devil. This is gross. I'm sorry, but this is gross. I didn't want to. I wanted to come in here like and be non-judgmental, but oh my gosh. That was gross. That was gross. Side eye. So, your friendly neighborhood goth girl's about to get a little less friendly for a second here. There is absolutely no excuse for acting in that manner in general to begin with, for one. If you have a group of friends and you are sleeping with like everyone in your friend group, there's something wrong. That's yucky. And you're most likely gonna catch something. If even your sister's saying that it's gross because your sister's supposed to be like one of the people who like you're really close with and like loves you the most, that's yucky. Eh. And I'm sorry, but you only waited 5 months after your sister and her boyfriend split up because he cheated to start dating your sister's ex. First off, it would be almost acceptable if it was like a few years. It still wouldn't be acceptable, but it would be almost acceptable if it was a few years after they broke up, not 5 fudging months. That's not even enough time for your sister to get over that, for one. For two, were you the person that he cheated on her with? Because I'm sorry, but you guys, like, they split up 5 months ago, and all of a sudden you guys started dating, like, because she's obviously thinking that. I'm sorry, this is yucky. Ugh. Ew. I don't know what. Why do people act that way? Cartman! What? What do you want? Why did you create this in the world? What did I create? You created a bunch of nasty, horrible, terrible people who have no idea how to behave in polite society.
I didn't do that.
Yes. Yes, you did.
How did I do that?
Your creation, I truly believe that the creation of you just made a bunch of people think that that kind of behavior is acceptable, to be completely honest. You're a horrible person, Cartman.
Yeah, I know. Well, fuck you anyway.
Okay then. Well, that was Cartman's 2 cents.
That wasn't my only 2 cents. I'm coming back. I don't think any of these guys are assholes. I think you're right. Now, I'm it.
Okay, Cartman. Whatever, bro. Anyways, that has been our r-am I the devil video, and I have been planning this out for a little while. I just haven't really had the time to get to come sit down and talk with you guys. I missed you. Anyways, please like the video if you haven't liked the video. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because this is your favorite YouTube channel and you know it. Anyway, yeah. I'll talk to you guys later. We'll see you in the next video. Bye!